What up, peeps? Here we are on a Sunday once again here at 8 o'clock p.m. here in Texas, and it's 6 o'clock there in California with my boy Big Mike. And we're just happy to say that we got two unbelievable guests on board with us today. It's going to give us a little bit about hydration. Sokpey she's in charge of all of that. And of course, we got Big Bell. You know, Vinny is all about walking that stage in them shorts and making it all happen. He's an IFBB pro, as you guys can see up top. And so we're just going to move on with this. But Mike, what's been going on in your world, man?
Hey, man, just, you know how I do things, man. First, I want to say, what's up, Rob? It's been a couple of weeks, man, you know, before, you know, since we did anything. Everything out my way is the same, man, you know, doing my thing, getting up every morning, blessed, being able to work out, being able to stay fit, man, spreading this love. But
what about the fires? What about the fires? Still, you spreading the fires too?
I'm not spreading the fires, man. You know, the weather has kind of calmed it out. It's going to be rain. It's supposed to be raining, so and the winds have died down, so the fires are not as bad as they were earlier. So
right.
We're doing okay, but you was in snow last time we talked, so.
Ooh-wee, I was in snow. My dog was going crazy, even though he had been in ice snow before when we first moved here, and this one was real snow. So he got a chance to enjoy that. I don't have any reason to be out in that cold, so I was like looking at him through the windows and then just kind of chilled with all of that. But it was nice to kind of, you know, as they say, when there's snow, everything's clearing up. You see nothing but clear purity, and so you can kind of appreciate that fact behind it. But other than that, man, this, like I told you, Texas is like lottery numbers. You never know what you're going to get, man. You wake up, it's 50, it's 75, and then next thing you know, it's 32. So you just have to kind of live with that. One thing about being in Texas is that you get a chance to wear all your clothes. That's for sure. You kind of wear all different kinds. No need to put shit away at all. So anyways, let's go to our guest. Talk to us. Go ahead.
Today, man, you know, we have so much talent in Stockton, man. I know, you know, we had Big Will on. We have another IFBB pro, Big Vinny Bell, and then his significant other, man. She works with him very well, and she started her own business. So we'll be getting into that with her as well. But I just want to introduce both of them right now, Vinny and Sokpey. How you guys doing?
Great.
Doing great, man. Thanks for having us on today.
And I think we want to start out with you, Vinny, man. Give us a little history about you, man. You're IFBB pro. How did you get there, and what are you doing now?
Absolutely. So, you know, again, I am Vinny Bell, IFBB pro for men's physique out of Stockton, California. I actually started bodybuilding in 2021. Kind of always been in the gym, lifting weights, staying fit. But 2021 was the year where I kind of stepped out and was like, let me give this a try. You know, I had a lot of people in my ear. My boy Will, my right-hand man, he was like, man, you should jump on a stage. And at the time, I didn't know much, just seeing him and a few other people that I know that had competed. That's about as much as I knew when it came to men's physique. You know, so I was like, let me give it a shot. So decided to get with a local guy for coaching. And he helped me out with the diet. I did my own workouts. So I really, again, didn't know much about it going into it. But I want to say October 2021, Spectrum Fitness, at the time it was actually a muscle sport. So I signed up for a competition in two categories. I did classic and men's physique. I didn't know really the breakdown of the division. So I did open class for both divisions. I stepped on for classic, got a 4th place at my first show. And then I stepped back on later that day for men's physique and got 1st place. And I was like, okay, let's see what we can do with this. So the month after, November, I stepped back on stage for men's physique only and got that 1st place, but I came short for the overall. So that was a wake-up call for me saying I need to really hire a serious coach that can get me dialed in and just steer me in the right direction. So I got with my coach, Johnny Sebastian, been with him for about 3 years now. We did one show. Yeah, he's got Will under his belt. He's got a few top guys in the league, yes, you know, from classic to men's physique. Johnny's actually men's physique, classic, and 212 Olympian. So the dude's got a lot of knowledge behind him, and that's the one that I decided to go with. So we did one show 2022 with him. We got the first place in open, and we got first place in overall in the Masters division. And then 2023 was really the year that we just popped out and ran with it. So we did 3 shows that year. The first show was Spectrum Fitness, Governor's Cup. We took first place in open and Masters and the overall in both categories, qualified me for Nationals. Went to Nationals 2 weeks later, got the pro card. 2 weeks later, did my pro show. Doing that pro show was a wake-up call, man. It definitely is different between the amateur and the pros. So that was a wake-up call stating like, okay, I really need to step it up another level. It's like going from college to the NBA. It's a whole different league. So we actually got last call-outs at my first pro show, which it was fine because, these guys have been doing this for quite a while. I was still getting acclimated. And, I was doing shows back to back at that. So it was a lot of stress. And then we decided to just grow a little bit more muscle tissue come 2024, which was last year. We stepped out and did 2 pro shows. I did Legion's Pro, first call outs, 7th place. And then I went and did San Diego. And we got another first call out, 8th place. So, it was definitely a big change from that first pro show to the second and third. That was my goal, to get that first call out, and we achieved that. So yeah, that's my history with bodybuilding, man. I'm still fresh in this. I'm still fresh. I still got a lot more in me. The goal for me ultimately is to be an Olympian. So I'm not going to stop until I reach that Olympia stage.
Awesome.
So how old are you? How old are you, Vinny?
Yeah, I'm 38. Just turned 38 this past November. So I got into the sport a little bit late, but it's never too late to make progress.
Never at all, man. I live that life. It's kind of cool listening to your journey. The fact that you actually put in the work. Some people they will do 1 or 2 shows, and next thing you know, they just happen to be at a show where they could turn pro, and don't really appreciate the fact when you get there. You just think automatically you should be winning. But those of you guys who are out there listening right now, is that you're hearing a guy who turned pro by putting in the work, not by going to the weakest show in town and saying, look at me, I won one, and then go to the next show and go, oh, now I turned pro. Now I'm ready to go compete as a professional athlete, and you've only got 2 shows under your belt. I don't think there's many people that's walking that stage as Olympians can say, oh, yeah, I did this in 2 shows.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not going to happen.
Some of your top guys. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was going to say some of the top guys in the league, man, they didn't even turn pro their first time around. Yeah. Some people, I know some guys that have been going national show after national show, and they haven't gotten that pro card. But it's that determination that you have, the fire that you have that's lit under you to keep going. If you want something, you're going to keep after it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, Sokpey, what it's like being married to a bodybuilder? Tell the girls what it's like, all the stuff you got to deal with.
It's just a lot of work. Are we kidding? On top of everything else that we have to do, being a mom, being a full-time employee, and now adding a whole business to my plate. It's been a lot. I'm still working as a full-time oncology nurse giving chemo infusions. And then I'm running the other business that I just started on the weekends and plus any time in between. So I'm super my time is so prioritized. I'm up at 4 or 5 a.m. to prioritize myself in the morning to work out cycle, go to work for the full 8 hours, come home, do all the things that I need to do at home. And I still kind of got to find me time to do, self-care things like reading a book and just to keep me in a good mental headspace, and doing things for him to make sure he's set up so that he can, get through his day without feeling mentally taxed.
Right.
And one of the things that I've noticed about you guys, it seems like you guys plan and take time to do things with each other.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the key. And Robert knows that as well as I do. If you don't have that significant other or that partner that's right there that understands what you're doing, because bodybuilding is a selfish sport.
very selfish.
It's very selfish. it's a very selfish sport, and if you don't have somebody that understands it, it can go awry, with your relationships. So, my hat's off to you, because I see what you do. I notice what you do, because I follow you guys, and I see Vinny a lot. We've grown in the time that we've known each other, and Vinny is a very humble person. His physique speaks. I call him a giant killer, because
Thank you.
when you look at him and you see him under the lights, man, his physique is amazing. I just think you keep doing what you're doing, man. Like you said, you will get to that Olympia, man, because you have one of those physiques. You have the genetics to do it, man. And not a lot of people do. Some people can get up there, they can put on the size and everything, but if you don't have the symmetry and all that stuff, and Robert knows this as well as I do, because when Robert steps on, I'm pretty sure you've seen Robert when he steps on stage. At his age, to look like he looks, man, it's a testament to both you guys' hard work. Another thing, Vinny, you're dipping your toes into the personal training. So how's that going?
It's going good. It's going good. So I actually started personal training, man, back in 2019 is when I started personal training. And it was just kind of like, people would see me in the gym like, hey, man, are you a trainer? And at the time, I was really focused on myself, but it's like, why not take the time and help somebody else along the way if I can? So I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and start helping other people out as well. So I got into it back in 2018. That's when I decided to open those doors up for personal training. Got hired at Valley Fitness 2021. That's when I started group training. And then I became the head coach there for group fitness. And then I started taking on more clients in 2022. So right now, a bulk of my clients are actually couples. So I got a lot of husband and wife couples in the gym and outside the gym as well.
That's good.
So that's like the dynamic that gravitate towards me. And I think it's because of the lifestyle that I have as far as being in a relationship and balancing out everything that goes on within life, but still trying to fit in the gym, healthy meals, and family time. So yeah, man, I love it. I love it. So I did start up my own fitness app. It's under Trainerize, but I go by New Era Fitness. And yeah, I'm open to take anybody. Again, I do seem to gravitate towards couples. That's the dynamic that seems to reach out. But anyone that's on a health journey, a fitness journey, I'm able to take them and transform them.
Awesome. Now, what I want to also say that now I know Sokpey has started a business. It's here in Stockton, California. Why don't you tell us the name of your business and exactly what's going on and what you're doing? Because it's a part of the health and fitness culture.
So my business is called Soul Alchemy IV Hydration and Wellness. And basically our main focus is providing IV hydration or vitamin therapy infusions that helps you with your health journey and wellness overall. I do also offer wellness shots if people aren't comfortable doing infusions, but everything that I'm giving and offering is basically vitamins. They're all natural things that your body is already uptaking regularly through your regular nutrition and supplementation. But with IV hydration infusions, those vitamins and minerals are more easily accessible to your cells because it's basically given directly into your bloodstream. So your cells are quicker to uptake the vitamins and nutrients and utilize it quicker. And basically it helps with cardiovascular health, nervous system health. It can help your body create new red blood cells and even help you uptake other nutrients like iron. Most people don't realize they're vitamin deficient, and it can mess with your moods, your cognitive function, just mental clarity, and you get like that weird brain fog. But if you utilize IV hydration regularly, people think they're drinking enough water, but it's not always the case. And even when you are drinking enough water, you're still missing some other nutrients and minerals. So utilizing IV hydration that builds nutrients and minerals into the infusion regularly can help your system with your health maintenance and wellness overall.
So can you tell the people what the difference between infusion and the shots?
The infusions, the shots will take a little bit more time to be absorbed into your system because you're putting it into the subcutaneous tissue or intramuscular tissue. But with the infusions, it goes directly into your vein, into your bloodstream.
How long usually, if I go in for a session for an infusion, how long would that take?
So one infusion can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour if it's the smaller bag of solution, like a 500 ml bag. But a liter bag of fluids will take about 60 to 90 minutes.
So what is the quickest time that people will say, oh yeah, I noticed a difference?
They notice it. A lot of them notice it right away. And based on, and it's just like any other supplementation or anything that like you would normally take medication wise. It depends on the person's metabolism and their overall lifestyle, and that'll depend on how long the effects last as well. So say like you're a very active athlete, if you were to utilize IV hydration in your recovery and overall wellness, coming in weekly would be good for you. But say you're just a regular person trying to optimize your wellness, coming in once a month is good enough. So it just really depends on what your goals are and what your lifestyle's like.
So somebody, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
So, like say somebody like Vinny would come in.
Yeah.
So he's working out, doing this thing and everything. So what would you recommend to him when he would come in as far as which, how much or how long would he be there?
We actually have an athletic drip, and it's built with amino acids, and there's magnesium, calcium gluconate, B, vitamins, B complex vitamins, B12, vitamin C. So all of these things can help with like muscle recovery, just recovery after workouts and things like that.
Awesome. So is it when you go in, is it like giving blood, like you have like 10 chairs set up and everybody's going through the same process, or is it in a room or what?
Yeah, I have a little suite that has 2 recliner chairs, so it can take up to 2 people at the same time. But lately I've been doing house calls, so I can book you through my booking app, and it will shoot you a consent form and a medical history form and a HIPAA form. And then I also have an online medical director that will book appointments with the patients to do a quick telehealth visit so that they can basically clear you for these IV drips and shots. And you only have to do the good faith exam one time for a full year, and you can come back for drips and shots all year long.
So you're mobile as well. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay.
I think most people prefer that because it's more convenient.
That, and it's what's around right now, since we don't have anything in person, well, versus what we just opened up. Mm-hmm. Everything's been mobile, so a lot of people are already used to that.
So what about certifications, license, and stuff like that? Do you have to be a certified nurse?
An RN. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So funny story. My parents are super Asian and really wanted me to be a medical doctor because, that was the path they wanted. But I said no. And I ended up on Google search looking for highest paying salary close to physician. And I came across nursing. Luckily, I fell into nursing and loved it. I've been a nurse since 2015, so 10 years now. and I've done all kinds of nursing, but ended up in oncology, and I give infusions all week long. And I've seen what IV infusion therapy has been able to do for people who are really, really sick. And it's been able to prolong the life of all these cancer patients, prolong and give relief for symptoms for patients with chronic illnesses. So that kind of like rabbit holed me into doing the IV hydration, because when you think about it, like if IV therapy can do all these things for people who are really sick already, imagine what it can do if you utilize it as a health maintenance tool and preventative health before you get to that stage.
Exactly. Awesome. I like it. I like it. And your ability to keep clients constantly coming in, has been difficult? Are people just believe it and stay on it, or they fade in and out?
Actually, I've had a few people come and basically come weekly almost already. But I think the biggest challenge is people knowing and understanding what IV hydration therapy is and what it can be utilized for. So once they find out about it, and then once they find out about it and get in and they feel the relief from whatever symptoms they're feeling, or they just feel feel like a much better version of them afterwards, they want to come back.
And what does it cost?
Typically one of the infusions are about $200.
And that's a once a month infusion, correct? Or do people come weekly for that too?
Yeah, actually, I have a girl who comes weekly for that too. Yeah.
Wow. Want to be a baller? Stop calling her.
I have some friends that live they live far away, but they do it at least 2 or 3 times a month.
Yeah.
They go and do the hydration 2 or 3 times a month, and they said it's the best thing they've ever done, and they stay pretty healthy with it. So, and they're pretty active. So
yeah, it's usually people who are already in a health training or looking to maintain their health.
Awesome. So tell me, Vinny, how do you participate in her side of the world now?
Well, I'm not giving any infusions, but as far as helping her, set up the suite, help carry everything, put the chairs together, all that good stuff. But for the most part, being that I'm a personal trainer and I'm tapped into that side of that community, I'm able to spread the information out and let people know about the benefits of IV hydration as well and what she has going on. We've actually been getting out in the community. We just ran a 5K last weekend and had a booth set up for, was that St. Joseph's?
St. Joseph's, yeah.
Had a booth set up for St. Joseph's.
They did the fun run.
So helping her put the word out, setting up booths and putting the word out.
Doing volunteer work.
Yeah, we do some volunteer work with the city of Stockton. It's called Trees of Stockton. So we're going out planting trees every other weekend and just connecting with the community and letting everybody know. It's word of mouth, like anything.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. I mean, I think the 4 of us now, the 5 of us, I should say. I can keep on counting because I'm a trainer. But I think that this whole lifestyle that we have chose, it's all about putting yourself out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm a personal trainer too. Mike is, of course, and yourself training, coaching, and everything like that, and your wife doing her thing. It's the word of mouth is a lot more testifiable now than before. I mean, it's just like people want to go media, but if you can get in the face of others, it's a lot easier to really communicate. Yeah, that's what I believe in too. Just trying to be an eye in public, giving back a little bit so people know you're not all about take and that you're willing to assist them to get better. So this is awesome. It's always cool to kind of to deal with people who are living in the same household and your whole journey is in the same direction. You know what I mean? It may be different branches, but it's in the same direction. And that makes it so much more, I guess, enjoyable or even more competitive because you guys get a chance to like push each other to whatever factor might be. But having someone to support you on your side and you're supporting her on her side, that sounds like a unit team running, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So awesome. And so tell me something, Mr. Bell.
Yeah.
This pro lifestyle. I turned pro when I was 54, bro. I did it as a master's, and I was the first class of physique guy that came across the master stage at that time, right? So yeah, man. But what I want to share with you is that this pro lifestyle is a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's one of those things, man. And this is positive talking athlete to athlete and competitor to competitor, is that you can go on stage being the best you can ever be in your entire prep, and you look to your left, you look to your right, you go, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You know,
it's crazy because something that I say, I preach this a lot, is that everybody looks good standing by themselves.
Yeah, man.
Once we get on stage in that lineup, now you're seeing the hard work that everybody else has been putting in, and you just got to know that you're bringing your best at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I always say that if I can walk off stage going, I didn't cheat myself out of the way I looked, then I'm happy. You know, I used to use this term. I just go, once you turn pro, you've won for the last time. In a sense, you know what I mean? Unless you're the top 3, 4, 5 in the world coming out of amateur league, it's like once you turn pro, you have won for the last time, because it's that crazy jump, like you said, from college to pro, and it's definitely a different game plan. But what makes it so fun, and I'm only just projecting here, but what makes it so fun is that you get a chance to always have an out, meaning that something to keep you in shape, that goal, that little bit of notch that I want to get better each time and not become satisfied, you know. And I've heard you guys say that it's a selfish sport, but it's the only selfish sport that you need a team.
Oh, absolutely.
And she's sitting over there to your left. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's definitely a selfish sport, but it's the one that needs a team. Because if you're by yourself, it's very difficult to learn the ins and outs. That's for sure.
It can be a lonely sport as well.
Yeah.
If you don't have, like you said, Rob, if you don't have that team. And the thing is that I'll commend you guys on, man, because just like you said, Vinny, when you can be in the gym and everybody's like, hey man, you look good. But if you're not stage ready, and you know the difference at this point, just like you said, because you guys have taken yourself to that other level where a lot of people can't.
Right.
You know, you look at they give out a lot of pro cards now, but it's still a difference. There's still guys, the people that can't compete at the pro level and people that got their pro cards. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You guys are competing at the pro level where other people have pro cards, because you can look in the mirror and say, you know what? Yeah, I look good in the gym, but I know I'm not looking good I'm not ready for the stage. And you guys can get your bodies ready to compete under the lights and compete with the best. And that's what you're talking about when you said it goes from playing in college to playing in the pros. And that's what separates everybody. And that's what separates you guys right there.
That part.
So Vinny, tell them about your split. How do you train?
For the most part, so we do 2 uppers. Let me break it all the way down. So I got 2 push days, 2 pull days, and a lower leg day. So with the 2 upper days, it's focused on building the chest. And then my secondary chest day is going to be more shoulder focused. And then with the 2 pull days, it's primarily back, but we're focused on the width and the density on 2 different days. So the way the coach got it set up, it's a nice split. So we do Monday, I got push 1, Tuesday, push 2, Wednesday is legs, rest on Thursday, and then Friday will be push 2, Saturday, pull 2, and then Sunday's a rest day as well. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't fall like that. It depends on how my week is going. Since I'm already in the gym all day, what I do is work out between clients for the most part. So yeah, man, just growing, and
Yeah,
eating,
man. Good for
finding
you.
time to eat. A lot of people think that they can be in the gym all day and they just gonna grow or lose weight, whatever the case may be. But the number one thing is to eat. I see,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm in the gym all day.
Yeah.
I go in and train clients 8 a.m. I'm sometimes not leaving till 4 or 5 p.m. and I'm seeing people that's been there for 3-4 hours. Like, you guys aren't getting no food in. You're not even stopping to have a protein shake. You're just going. You got to feed the body.
I hate you. I hate you, Vinny. I hate you, Vinny.
I'm here at 5:45 in the morning. I get home at 8 o'clock at night because I have to run all of this stuff back here.
Hear me out though. So I used to, when I was doing group classes, it was just draining a lot of my energy because I was doing group classes, personal training, and then having to train myself and still get my meals and my water in. So I keep gallons of water in my trunk for that reason.
Yes,
so I make sure
Yes, sir.
I'm always getting my water. Got the food always packed. The lovely wife here makes sure that I always got rice made, always got chicken made. She does it all. All I do is weigh it out. So
I live like that too. I live
but
just
yeah,
like that too. Yeah.
I was draining a lot of energy trying to compete, or not trying to, competing.
Yeah.
Plus,
Sure.
having all that on my plate. So I cut out the group classes, and that's why I'm able to do those shorter time frames now.
Boom. You know what? Like I say, man, it's one thing about this business that we've chosen. Time freedom is like golden when you can get it.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Other than that, you're like beckoning to the others and making sure that their car's running right and they can leave your facility feeling good about themselves while you sit there going, damn, I need to get a meal in. I hope somebody's late so I can go back here and get something in real quick.
Hey, that right there, I'll be like, man, hopefully they come in late. I'm trying to get this workout in.
Let me try to squeeze something in right here.
Real. Like, hey, go do some cardio real quick before you come in. I get these last few bites of food in.
I need a minute. But yeah, man, this is good, man. It's really nice for you guys to be able to come on and share your story with the people out there who are listening. And because Mike and I always say that you don't think people are listening, but you reach about 500-600 people who have run across it or saw it, and they kind of go, okay, and a lot of times it's one of these videos like this is that people who are having problems with their partners and understanding the training side go, here, watch this couple talking about what they do. You know what I mean? Everybody's got 2 separate jobs. Everybody's busy. We got kids. And we can make this work. So we need to quit finding excuses. But this is awesome. Awesome. So when's the next show?
Nothing planned this year. So this year, man, it hurts me. It hurts me because we got a lot of things going on in my backyard this year. We got a Spectrum. They're doing a Santa Cruz Pro Show for Men's Physique. They haven't had a Men's Physique Pro Show since 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
So they got a Pro Show in Santa Cruz, and then they got a Legions. That's right there in Reno. So
yeah,
even with those 2 shows, I'm deciding to take the year off just to grow, because my feedback from the judges is size, which is it's surprising because, again, I'm not the biggest person. I've never was the biggest guy. Growing up, I was always 130 pounds in high school. I was that small dude. In my early 20s, I got up to about 160. And when I decided to really want to change and see how much I can get out of it, I was able to get up to about 190. This is before competing. So once I started competing, I sit at a 200, just a slight 200. I can get up to about 211, 212. But that's where my body sits now. But judges' feedback has been to get bigger, because when they see me by myself, they said, man, you look good. But then once you step up there with these top 5 guys that's placing over you, these Olympians, you get lost in the lineup with those guys. So
yeah, shit's about to change. About to change because they're gonna do weight limit now.
It's already in effect. It was in effect last year, but the thing is, they haven't been able to get it accurate yet. They need to create some type of database that
just like they did with Classic.
because I've done the 2 shows I did last year. The height and weight was different for each one because depending on your weight,
did too.
I'm not consistent with it.
Y'all gotta get us right because I was actually under both times though, luckily, because my coach wanted to play it safe since we weren't sure where I was going to land. So I was under like 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So this time around, I want to take this full year off to just grow, put on as much muscle tissue that I can, and really grow the lower body some more as well, because a lot of people are like, men's physique don't train lower body. I'm like, nah, you look at some of the top guys in the league, they got some wheels on them. So
that's and they're making them wear those shorter shorts, right? You got to wear
that part, to create that balance, balance. Yeah. I'm not a stranger when it comes to hitting legs. Again, I did my first show in Classic, so ultimately,
how tall are you, Vinny?
Man, based on the when I go do the shows, they say I'm 5'8". They say I'm 5'8".
That's what I say. He's a giant killer, man. I'm telling you.
You say, hey, Vinny, you can say I'm 5'9" when I'm looking over the fence when I'm trying to get by.
I'm like, so 5'8 and a quarter is what they give me, when they height me. 5'8 and a quarter. So
and you gotta remember his buddy is Will, with all Will.
Man. Standing next to him, I'm just like,
I know. And you know what's crazy, Vinny? You already know all this stuff. I'm just sharing to the audience is that when you lose weight, of course, the bottom of your feet lose fat too. So you can drop half a quarter inch just from the fatness that you carry in your feet too. So and of course, as you dry out, the fluids that's in between your spinal cord there, that kind of shrinks too. So you always can lose like 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So you have to be real careful with that weight when you start to drop down and get really, really lean.
5'7" and 3/4.
Well, hey, 5'8". They ain't hiding me under 5'8".
I get it, man. I get it.
Yeah. This year, I'm just taking a year off to grow, enjoy life, focus on our businesses, and just give back more time to the family overall. Even when I compete, we still find time to go out and do things. Even if I got to just sit there and sip on water when I'm in prep, which I've done, I don't take that time for granted on not going out and enjoying life still. So that's where that balance comes into play.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's
don't let him get fat. Don't let him get fat, Sophie. Keep an eye on him.
I don't do anything crazy all the time. It's occasional. I'm like, I kind of work out to eat, okay? So I don't know.
Burn calories to eat calories, right?
She pushes me. She pushes me. She pushes me, man, because again, like she stated, she's up at 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. to come down and work out because we got a home gym set up as well.
Right.
So she's down there working out. I'll get up like, all right, let me get up and do this cardio.
Go down there. So she won't outdo me today.
Up on the Peloton.
Awesome. That's cool, guys. That's really cool. Well, why don't you guys tell Mike? You want to say anything, Mike?
No, I said, why don't you tell them, just like Rob's going to say, why don't you tell them how people can get to you, reach you, and where you're at?
Absolutely. For me, you guys can find me on Instagram, Vinny Vici, or Vinny Fitness Pro on Instagram. And if you're in town in Stockton, stop by Valley Fitness. We're right off the I-5 in Ben Holt. I do personal training out of Valley Fitness, and I also freelance as well. So if you don't go to that gym or you got a personal gym, I'm able to come to you.
And you can find me at the Stone Creek Shopping Center. That's on Pacific. We're right across from where BJ's is at in the My Salon Suites building. My website is Soul Alchemy IV Hydration and Wellness.com. And my Instagram is Soul Alchemy IV Hydration.
Awesome. All right. You know where we're at, but Rob, it's a beautiful gym back there. Where you at, man? Give me that address, brother.
Man, I'm at 5726. People, you know where I'm at now. I'm at 5726 New Territory Boulevard. It is D Gym. That's THEEE, right? So don't go Da Gym, go D Gym. So that's where we're at. THEEE. I'm at the studio here. I'm right next to Specs. If you ever drive down the neighborhood, that's where I'm at. This has been a blessing for me. We've all have dreams and steps that we have to go through to get where we want. And I've traveled a large journey to be here. And I'm going to treat it like it's my firstborn, you know, and the people come here so far really like it. Like I told Vinny, I hate him because he gets off at 5 and I'm here another 3 or 4 hours. But other than that, you guys know. And then you can go to the legend Robert Johnson on Instagram. And that's my true lifeline right there, peeps. So, Mike and Mike.
You can find me at Big Darkness 59 on Instagram. Also House of Darkness Fitness on Instagram as well. And I do my personal training here at the house. I will be accepting 2 more clients starting next month. So if you really want to have that one-on-one experience and you don't want to go to the gym and it's personal, hit me up.
There you go. Well, peeps, you guys out there, we just talked to 2 professionals who got their business, got their families. My man walking up that ladder to that pro status and getting a little taste of that already. The wife has just got his back, making sure all this stuff is ready. And she's doing her own thing too and making people healthy with these infusions and shots and all that good stuff. And everybody's happy about it. So it's clear that this is a couple here that has taken advantage of what they both love and taken advantage of it and moving forward in a positive way to help out other people, which is always a good thing. If you guys like what you saw here or heard here, please subscribe. Tell your friends about us. The more you subscribe to us or like or comment, it allows us to move up in the charts so we can be at the top one day. We ain't stopping until we get at the top. Exactly. And so there's no race, but we're in a hurry. So make it happen. Michael is 60. Michael is 69, and I'm 64.
I'm trying to hurry a little bit because, you know, I'm at that Medicare stage, people. Come on.
Absolutely. But other than that, guys, hang tight. We're going to say goodbye to our people. And you guys know where we're at every Sunday right here. From me and Mike, we're going to say peace out.
Deuces.